Hello everybody, I'm Master Austin11, and welcome back to Doki Doki Within, a mod of the original Doki Doki Literature Club, a game which takes place where the MC and Monika fall in love, and they date each other, all that stuff happens, but Monika falls into a deep depression. I never went into that in any previous episodes because I was planning to get to that point in this LP, but with, I'll just say with your guys' kind of silence and just not saying whether you want the series to continue or not to the very end of this mod, this is gonna be the final episode of this mod playthrough, because I'll be honest, although I have been enjoying it for how it has been lasting, this has been getting kind of boring lately because I enjoy watching YouTube walkthroughs myself of these mods, but playing them myself on YouTube, it's been a bit more difficult because it is kind of boring in a way, and I just don't enjoy it as much as watching just a YouTube playthrough myself on my own time. I hope you guys understand. But I'll be continuing on with the Nintendo content, Zelda, Kirby, all the stuff you guys have been watching besides the Within mod. We'll be playing all those series on the channel still, continuing the videos I normally do. It just won't be DDLC mods or any DLC games. But I'll give you guys one last chance if you guys want me to continue this mod playthrough. Seriously, if you guys want me to continue this mod playthrough, let me know in the comment section down below. I know not a lot of you guys comment on the videos, but if you guys want me to, comment down below if you want me to continue this mod. Otherwise, I'll put up a community post with a poll, one final poll. I did make a previous one, but I did delete it only because I just I wanted to make the announcement short, so I deleted the community post. But I'm making a new community post, putting up a poll. So if you guys want me to continue this mod playthrough to the very end, respond to the poll, say yes or no, and if there's more yes, I'll continue the mod to the very end. If not, then this will be the final episode. I guess I'll say this is the true final episode of this mod, or if we continue with it. But for now, this is the last episode of this mod. But let's begin with this. So, it took us just over an hour to get to the restaurant, but thankfully we were able to arrive with no arguments. In all fairness, the only two people to speak during the trip were Monika and Harumi. Even then, it wasn't much to break the seeming tension. As for the restaurant itself, it honestly looks really nice, and quite expensive as well. But then again, Monika's family are better off finance-wise. The tables are laid out neatly, and there's a strong blue light illuminating the place. A suited waiter guides us to our table and takes our orders. Feeling a little unsure, I just stopped for a steak. Why do I feel so out of place here? At least I'm thankful I'm not the one paying. As Money's parents go to pay for the food, Monika turns to me. She rests a hand on my knee. Still feeling a little nervous? She keeps her voice gentle and low. I keep my voice low as well. A little, yeah. You? She nods. To be honest, it's not this that I'm nervous about. It's when we get back to mine. I raise my hand over hers and give it a gentle squeeze. I mean, he's not really paid me much mind so far. Like, a big part of me thought he was gonna have my throat. No, he's not. Monika's eyes quickly turn over to her parents and her voice trails off. I go to say something, but the state of her parents, more so her father's, silence those ideas. Monika quickly forces a smile as her parents rejoin the table. Food should be here in 45 minutes. Harumi sits down with a smile for myself and Monika. As for Daisuke, he wears a rather neutral expression bordering on being dead inside. I mean, let's just say he is the one who kinda forces some pretty, not nice stuff onto Monika, and yeah, he's kind of the dickhole here. He's kind of the dickhole guy here. The sounds between the four of us, aside from the occasional sip from Harumi. Around us, there's the clattering of plates and glasses from the other parties. I mean, I can hear the background sound for the game. I can hear it. I can hear all the plates and forks and washing of dishes. Eventually, Harumi speaks up. So, I was waiting till I met Austin to ask this. How'd you two meet? Harumi's sudden question brings Monika back from a seeming daydream. Monika then turns to me. You mind taking this one? I rack my brain to form a coherent, rather abridged recap of the last few weeks. You should not let him recap it because it's about to go down really, really badly, really fast. And I mean really fast. It's about to get not so fun. So you know how Money runs the literature club at school? Monika's mother nods listening on. Did I almost say mods? Wow, my brain, I swear to God, my brain is rotting from just recording videos. My brain is rotting. Well, that's the first time we've talked since the second year. We shared English class and worked together pretty much all the time. I gotta be honest, I'm surprised no one back then thought we were a couple, and even if there were people that did, well, it only took them just shy of 2 years to be proven right. Monika giggles gently. Then you joined the club and it was almost like we picked up from where we left off. She smiles dreamily at me, seeming to reflect fondly on our past. Those few days after were a little tense, if that's the word for it. Saturday was fun, though. I remember how excited you got the night before. She almost confessed that day. Admittedly, I was always planning on to confess during the festival. I just wish it would have been under better circumstances. My heart sinks a bit as soon as I say that, knowing that Harumi will probably wonder what I'm on about. Both Monika and Harumi's expressions change. Monika looks worried and Harumi looks a bit confused. To my surprise, Monika's dad speaks to Monika for the first time since I came over. I thought you said the festival went well! Monika looks away with regret in her eyes. I go to rest my hand on her knee, but she moves her leg away, and I awkwardly retract my hand. She sighs through parted lips. Whilst Daisuke looks slightly irritated, Hirumi looks disheartened. Me and my big mouth. No, the festival didn't go well. In fact, it went horribly. After the third, maybe fourth round of the recital, we ended up canceling because it was worse than we'd imagined. She paused to take a breath before continuing. I ended up storming off and Austin came after me. A soft smile then returns to Monika's face. Then we talked down and eventually we confessed to each other. Monika, you could have told us it didn't go well. I didn't want to seem like a complete failure again. You're not a failure. You never have been. I just wish you've told us about what happened. You know, it worries me when you hide stuff like that. Daisuke mutters something under his breath. Monika looks over to me, once again regret in her eyes. The tension is dissipated by the arrival of our table's food. It smells as good as it looks. Soon, the only sounds between the four of us are the clattering of utensils against ceramic plates and the ever so slightly audible sounds of chewing. As for my steak, it's exceedingly tender. I'm no expert when it comes to food, unless it comes to instant ramen and fried chicken, but this is probably the best steak I've had. Daisuke soon addresses me directly. So, Austin. I respond wordlessly as I'm still eating. Have you made any plans for after you finish high school? I paused for a moment to swallow. I was actually thinking of applying for Hokkaido University. I think that's Hokkaido, maybe it's Hokkaido. I have no idea. I swear to God, I'm probably butchering a lot of the names in this mod. I'm probably butchering a lot. I see. Maybe that's why you haven't already applied. His tone gets weirdly confrontational. Well, the last couple of days have been quite stressful. Why Hokkaido University of all places, might I ask? I had to sign up for a fucking interrogation tonight. I mean, it's close to home, and it's got a very promising music production course there. Ah, Monika mentioned you were a musician. I nod. Yep, my mother helped me with getting into that. Hermes smiles nervously, trying her best to ease the seeming tension between Daisuke and myself. And what are your plans if that doesn't work out? I haven't thought of a clear plan yet, but I'm sure I'll think of something. Daisuke grumbles something under his breath and averts his eyes from me. Putting must question what exactly he just said, but I told myself I wasn't going to cause a rift. Out of the corner of my eye, I see Monika mouth something with an understandably irritated look on her. Daisuke then turns to face her. What about you, Monika? Huh? Have you filled out the application for Tenshi yet? Isn't that the private business school? No, not yet. May I ask why? Daisuke's tone gets noticeably sharper when addressing Monika. To be completely fair, the way he's acting is making me slightly uncomfortable. Because I don't personally think a private school would be best move for me, plus I don't have a solid idea on what I want to do. Heck, part of me has been considering getting back into music because of Austin. For Monika's tirade, I'm a little stunned. I've never seen Monika get that blunt with anyone before. Of course, I need her to get fired up. I should as I think back to her outburst at me and Yuri. But just how long has her dad been badgering her about Tenchi? Even how fed up she sounds, I'm guessing it's been for a while. Daisuke's brow sharpens, and I notice his hand tense up. In response, Monika shrinks into her seat. My eyes dart between them, fearing what may happen next. The pair of you, cut it out! Harumi's sudden introduction is hushed and desperate. Monika's the first to back down, shortly followed by her father. I make a quick glance around us. There are more than the few eyes focused on our table, more than enough to make me feel a little uneasy. We then continue to eat our dinner in silence. Much like the journey here, it's a very heavy silence. Now I'm just worried about what would have happened if Harumi hadn't stepped in. For some reason, I feel a lump in my throat. Oh, dinner didn't go the best, apparently. I cup some lukewarm water and lower my face. We're already in the scene of us, like, taking a shower or a bath and getting ready for bed? What the frick? We went immediately from dinner to this? I guess no. Looking on how the car trip went, I'm assuming that went smoothly. Either smoothly or it went terribly. It's one of the two. Probably terribly because Daisuke's being a dickhole. The feeling of the warmth soaking my skin helps provide some relief from the stress that I've been able to make to mask for a decent chunk of the night. As soon as we got back, Harumi and Daisuke stayed downstairs whilst Monika and I went straight upstairs. Monika opted to get changed as soon as we got upstairs, meaning I need to stop skipping text. Meaning her room was temporarily off limits for me. You wonder why. At least she was nice enough to hand me my pajamas to change in the bathroom. As I rag my face, I pick up my clothes and walk over to Monika's room. Oh, it's about to get spicy, boys. It's about to get spicy. I might have to blur this, though. I'll be honest, I remember this part of the mod. I might have to blur this for this part of the video. I'm thinking I might have to blur this. As I shut the door behind and approach Moni's room, I overhear the sounds of glass bottles clattering. Not long after I hear Rumor get quite obviously annoyed. Seriously? Another one? That's the third bottle you've had since we got back! Tomorrow's my one day off. I don't see any issue. Shaking my head, I knock on Monica's door. It's open. She's certainly picked up once since we got back. I open the door and let myself in. Hey, Austin, I'm just gonna get some water. I'll be right back. Monika rushes out almost as soon as I enter. Luckily, she can only be gone for a couple minutes or two. In the meantime, I just stretch and let out a long yawn. Quite frankly, I just want to sleep with my arms draped around Monika. I go to rest my hand on the desk, and then to my surprise, I feel something. I look down and my eyes meet a small orange container. I read the label and one word sticks out. Hold on, let me try and pronounce it correctly. Let me try and pronounce it correctly without butchering it. Mirtazapine. 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 I don't freaking know. I am confused. Hold on, guys. Hold on. I need to figure this out. Mirtazapine pronunciation. I know how to spell. I totally didn't type it wrong in Google, guys. You can't see it, but I typed it wrong in Google. Hold on.
Mirtazapine.
Mirtazapine? What? That's how you pronounce it? Mirtazapine? I mean, that makes sense, but still. That makes sense, but still at the same time, mirtazapine? Okay, I guess. Isn't that for treating... My heart sinks at my realization. Curiosity taking over, I pick up the plastic bottle. Before I can read any further, though, the door clicks open. I'm back, love. What'd you say? Wanna... Wait. What you say? Wanna sleep? I'm assuming she's gonna say? Oh, so you found those? I turn to see Monika with an exceedingly downcast look on her face. Monika? My voice shakes slightly as I set the bottle on the desk. I sigh slightly. I'm sorry, Monika. I shouldn't have. No, Austin. You're bound to find out eventually. She looks back at me, tears starting to form in the corners of her eyes. It's a look I remember well from not just the festival, but even the first day we spent time together outside of school. Monika wordlessly walks past me, starting to face the wall. I come behind her, rest a hand on her shoulder. You should leave. It's for your own good. Wait, what? No, I'm not gonna leave. My response comes a tinge blunter than I had intended. She then turns to face me, tears underlining her eyes. Yet she remains silent. Desperation then grips my mind. Well, when? When were you gonna tell me about this? Monika then averts her gaze. I wasn't. She speaks softly through parted lips. I never even wanted you to know in the first place. My eyes widen ever so slightly. I can only ask myself why. Why wouldn't you want me to know about this? Before I can even begin to think of how to word my question, she lets out a tired chuckle. Hell, I'm so surprised you put up with me for this long. Monika, what the hell are you saying? Monika's eyes then lock onto mine. Her expression is direct. Austin, I'm needy, bitchy, and borderline possessive. Not to even go into my depression, God only knows whatever else is wrong with me. I know that isn't going to be any good for you in the long run. None of it is. And those, she gestures towards the bottle. They only help so much, and I'm genuinely scared that they're the only thing keeping me from, you know. I then rest both hands on her shoulders. I swear to God, I need to stop skipping dialogue. I need to stop skipping this shit. And take a deep breath. My God. I press the spacebar too much. I'm literally spinning the spacebar, guys. I press the spacebar. Monika, you're not needy. You're certainly not bitchy. And if you were really that possessive, wouldn't you have stopped Yuri, Natsuki, and Suri from hanging around me by now? Monika takes a deep breath and eventually nods. I suppose you're right. Monika then wipes her eyes. Christ, I am a wreck. Moni. Austin. Monika's expression narrows once more. You know that point in a movie where you want to scream at the characters before they do something stupid? This is that moment. You need to go. Please. Before I fuck up your life too. Because if I can't even help myself, what chance do you have? And if I accidentally hurt you by doing something stupid, then I can never forgive myself. Monika's voice breaks as she says that. Once again, she's on the verge of crying. I'm beyond stunned. Of course, I already knew a small fraction of what was going on within Monika. Even her suicidal thoughts. Hey, within. Okay, that's a terrible joke. Regarding the situation and regarding what's happening right now, that was a borderline shitty joke, I'm not gonna lie. That was terrible timing by me. Sorry, guys, that was horrible timing. But even now, she seemingly convinced herself that she's beyond help. After taking a moment to process everything she just said, I grip her hands firmly and pull her a little closer. I'm staying. Monika looks back at me, seemingly perplexed by her response. Look, Monika, I love you. I know they won't be able to fix your depression, but I'm gonna do my damn hardest to support you. I understand that things like this take time, but this time I'll gladly support you, get you the help you need, and spending time with you. Monika, every moment with you is time I absolutely treasure. Someone wouldn't trade for anything or anyone else. I love you, imperfections and all. I mean, everyone's imperfect, so yeah, you know what? I'm gonna just skip through this because, yeah. Get a ribbon out, light switch, flick it off. No long after the light goes off, I hear Monika approach me. Her voice oozes invitation. Oh, brother. Yup. Okay. I might censor this, honestly. I don't know for sure, because I don't really keep this type of stuff in. I might blur it. Guys, I might. I don't know for sure. I'm thinking I probably will blur it, but I guess we'll see. Yeah, they kiss. Bibbity bobbity. Ay. Okay, Jesus. Of course, not just this happens, but in the future. Much more appropriate, I'll just say. We work towards each other and head towards Monika's bed. As soon as we climb in and pull the covers over us, I feel Monika's fingers tugging at my shirt. I raise my left arm and she drapes her arm across me and rests her head on my chest. After she's made herself as comfortable as she possibly can, I rest my arm across her back. It takes time, but I soon feel myself drifting off to sleep, peacefully together with the girl I love dearly. I gotta say the music is great. I wish I didn't skip the dialogue, but just I'm not down bad, guys. I don't want to go through that crap on the channel. I won't go through that kind of stuff. That's just yeah. I gradually open my eyes. I look towards the slight gap between the curtains and the window. It's still night. I look down at Monica. It seems that in the however many hours, whatever, I'm making tired smirk. I can try to get off the bed without waking her up. I walked towards the lone desk and checked my phone. 11:08 p.m. So, here I was thinking it was at least past midnight. As I set my phone down, I feel a slight pain in my stomach. I think I need some water. I leave the room and once again, trying my hardest not to not wake Monica. When I inch the door shut, I stand in the hallway for a moment to allow my eyes to readjust to my surroundings. I turn my head to look down the staircase. As I do, my ears begin to pick up the sounds of the television downstairs. It sounds like some run-of-the-mill comedy program. I rub my eyes and head straight for the kitchen. I scan the cupboards for a glass. We can hear some voices from the other room, but everything's still a little fuzzy. After eventually finding a small glass, I grab it, close the cupboard, and go towards the sink. As I'm running the water, the voices start to register a bit clearer. One in particular. I mean, did you even see the look she gave me? Do you exactly blame her? Even had her for this since last year. Earlier suspicions confirmed, I guess? I hear Dasu groan. And I Dutch is forgiving you for making her panic about Awesome. Don't get me started on... Oh, wait, what did you just say? Don't get me started on that lanky, hasty face, yeah, so-and-so. I'm not gonna say that word. There are a few words I will allow on the channel. I'll allow the F word and stuff, especially for these kinds of playthroughs, for more inappropriate games, but I will not say that word. That is way too far. Holy shit, that is way too far. Okay, yeah, I am not gonna repeat that word. I do not feel getting demonetized in this video, so yeah, I mean, not like I can even get demonetized, because I'm a small channel, but still, once I get bigger, I don't want to get demonetized, so yeah. Besides, they're probably doing something stupid anyway. That's Monica's problem. She does things she doesn't even think of the consequences. Luckily for her, she's got someone to revel in that stupidity with. I stop drinking and my breathing slows to a deep crawl. I don't even know how to feel. I'm angry, confused, heartbroken. There's so many things that I understand but I can't explain. I hear the creaking of a sofa, shortly followed by footsteps. With the way she's been with me, she better count herself lucky I even allowed to step one foot in my house. Daisuke then walks in the kitchen and heads straight for the fridge, not even noticing me. Now, if I'm careful enough, I could possibly place the glass next to the sink without making too much noise. Should be easy as... Damn it! Damn it! Then he started shaking my hand the glass ended clattering with the other assorted mugs and glasses that were already there. I turned to face the fridge to see if he'd noticed me. As predicted, he had. He was staying there, another bottle held firmly in his hand. Hey, sorry about the noise I was just getting. My voice shakes and trails off under the intensity of his stare. For some reason, it sends a shiver down my spine. I remain silent for a moment, as does he. I'll just head back upstairs. Make it quick. His voice rather gruff and demanding. He leaves almost immediately after speaking to me. I rush upstairs, immediately shaken by the small exchange and everything I had previously heard. Oh boy. I'm going to sneak back into Monica's room without waking her, and my heartbeat starts to revert back to its past steadiness. For a few more breaths to steady myself, I get back into bed. I then curl behind her and attempt to wrap my arms around her. It's easy to do so with my right arm, but with my left arm I have to carefully inch my arm between her hip and the mattress. She stirs a little, but I'm thankfully successful besides that. Either that or she's a heavy sleeper. I then rest my head against her shoulder and close my eyes. Wow, this is great. For the most part, I'm able to distract myself from what I'd overheard Daisuke say. Sure, it shook me up, but I'm not planning on letting him ruin the time I shared with Monica. I think to myself for a moment. Moni said that part of her might have been considering getting back to music. I might have an idea for what we can do tomorrow. Oh, sounds like fun. I let a long yawn as I open my eyes and stretch my right arm. My left arm feel a little numb, though. Maybe there might have been a better way to get it around Moni? Oh well, there's always next time. Oh, next time? Whoa. If I do this more, I'm gonna have to censor more. Yeah, believe it or not, I know future part in the mod where it gets a bit more serious and whatnot. I'm definitely got to do a bit of censoring, because, yeah, I'm gonna have to do a fair bit of censoring, let's just say that. It's not gonna be pretty. I hear my phone go off from across the room. I'm carefully pulling my arm out from underneath my girlfriend, and I go over to check who's texted me. As soon as I turn my screen on, I have to almost immediately turn the brightness down. I swear I didn't go blind because of that one day. I mean, actually, if you're in the dark and you turn your phone on, a little fun fact for you guys, a little science for you guys. Literally, if you wake up in the middle of the night and you go to turn your phone on, if it's like on full brightness, like mine, if it's like on literally full brightness and you turn it on, you can actually damage your sight. Like, you can actually damage your vision. If you wake up in the middle of the night and just turn on your phone, if it's on like full blast brightness in the middle of the night, it's dark in your room, and your eyes haven't adjusted to light, then you can legit damage your sight. You can damage your vision from keeping your brightness on very high. So, here's a little fun fact for you guys: you can actually damage your vision, and possibly actually go blind from that. So he's not wrong. So be careful about that. When my eyes read this, I find out that I've got 1 new text from Mom and 12 from Sayori. I'm guessing she had another late night. Hey, it's something I can complain about. I've done it more times than I'd honestly like to admit. I decided to check Mom's message first. She's just checking how last night went. I just sent a quick message back. Yeah, it went well for the most part. Don't think Moni's dad likes me, though. That's putting it lightly. I put my phone in my pocket and looked back at Monika. The smile forms across my face. She's at peace and she's bloody adorable. I can't stay, though, as my stomach is aching. As I step out in the hallway, I rub the traces of sleep from my eyes. I know the pair of us like to say that being with each other has helped us sleep better, but last night, I genuinely believe I slept the best I have for a while. Though that might just be me feeling all lovey-dovey, as Natsuki would probably say. I start to head downstairs. As I head into the kitchen, the sound of snoring becomes more and more apparent by the minute. Before I figure out what I'm having for breakfast, I peek into the front room and spot Daisuke asleep on the sofa. I'm guessing Hirumi eventually grew tired of his drunken rambling. After that slight detour, I search the kitchen and eventually find some bread. Toast is always a safe bet. Once I sort out my breakfast, I sit at the table and start to scroll through serious texts. Wait, are all their houses the same? Like, I get it, they use the same backdrop, I get it, but like, I guess their houses are the same with their kitchen and everything. Once I've sorted out my breakfast, I sit at the table and start to scroll through Sayori's texts. For the most part, it's just a bunch of photos of her and Natsuki's trip to Akihabara. However, I eventually see an actual text. Upon initially reading it, I'm confused. I read it out loud, being as quiet as I can. What was your mom doing at Nats? Well, as far as I knew, she was going out with Mama from her work. If she was, then why? It soon hits me and my jaw hangs. Was he really Natsuki's? I raise my head in my hands. I prepared myself for an awkward day at the club tomorrow. I didn't feel a finger tap my shoulder. Huh? Austin, it's just me. You want some coffee? You look tired. The smile comes across my face as I see Monika. I don't gently rub my eyes. Morning, gorgeous. I give Monika a big gooey smile and she blushes. Oh, you're so sweet, but seriously, I am making you coffee. I'm not having you pass out on my table. Monika quickly makes a start on our drinks. I can't help but chuckle at how insistent she got over coffee of all things. Though I suppose that's on brand for her. In time, she finishes both mugs and brings them over. After she does so, she pulls out a chair and sits next to me. I'm guessing you didn't sleep too well? Kinda. I only woke up once, but besides that, I slept pretty good. For the time being, I decided to leave out what happened when I was up. Mostly due to that Daisuke being asleep in the next room. Who's to say when he'd wake up? Also, I know it's a bit of an odd question, especially since we've only just gotten up and all, but what do you want to do today? For once in my life, I'm able to hold an obvious dirty joke. My brain still needs time to wake up. Oh my god. Okay, bruh. Okay. We already get into that, I see. Alright. Besides, it's way too early for that. Well, there was one idea I had. I was lying on top of Monika's hand as I give her a soft smile. In typical fashion, she does the same. You said you're thinking about getting back into music, right? I am, yeah. Why, you wanna try and make some music with me? Yeah. I didn't know I was gonna say that. I know it's probably gonna sound like I'm calling you predictable, but it just sounds like a very you thing to suggest, you know? I mean, I can't say she's entirely wrong about that. I just thought it'd be a nice thing to do together. So, would you be up for it? I'd love to. Just to warn you in advance, I'm gonna be rusty as hell. You know I don't mind helping you. I know, just more reason to love you. Anyways, I'm gonna get a shower. And no, you can't join. He said in the strict but still very joking tone. Bro, I swear the dirty jokes don't end. They don't end. I swear to God, these characters, I swear to God, guys, these characters, my God, what the hell? It's like, what the actual frick? Monika goes upstairs and excited bouncing her step. I'm finishing up my toast, I go upstairs to get rest myself. Awesome, man. Awesome stuff. I pick up the bag I brought with me and tip the clothes out from it. It's only the basics. A shirt, some jeans, as well as a change of boxers and socks. Again, she's relatively quick and then brush my hair back with my hand. Now, I just have to wait for Monika to finish up in the shower. For a few minutes, I finally hear the door click open. I'm ready! I'm once again in awe over how amazing Monika looks. How do you like the skirt? I got last Christmas and I felt it was the right time to wear it. I roll my eyes and laugh a little. Well, you look great. I surrender my biggest confidence booster. Well, I'm glad to help. We start a quick hug. You wanna head out now? Sure, why not? I'll just let Mom know. Before we leave her room, I grab my pack. And I packed with all my clothes from last night. Wait, grab your back or your pack? I'm assuming it meant pack, not bag. I end up idly waiting in the hallway whilst Monika lets Hirumi know that she'll be out. However, perhaps due to the near deathly sounds, I'm able to pick up some of what's being said. Okay? Of course, yeah. Mama, you've been crying again. There's a moment of silence. There's one word that lingers in my mind. Wait. Cry. Oh, again. Ooh. Christ, it's how much of a constant does Zuke's behavior? And then in my mind, just how long has he been this way? Did he, No, he said a few choice things, raised his voice a bit. He hasn't got physical with me for a few months now. My bloodstream run cold. Those words from last night come flooding back at a breakneck pace. I slink back against the walls, my back slips out of my now shaking hands. I grip the sides of my head and look down to the floor. No matter how far I attempt to push back any thoughts of harming Monika, they don't budge. They just remain there like a progressively worsening itch. I know we've not even been together that long. I can't bear the thought of that bastard laying a finger on Monika. I need to get her out of here. Austin, please say something. You're scaring me. My attention immediately snaps back towards Monika. I'm wordless for a moment before finally responding. Sorry. No, if something's bothering you, you don't have to hide it. I debate telling Monika the obvious truth, but seemingly the puzzle pieces click together. You overheard. No! I try to keep my voice down. I then sigh. A little bit, yeah. Monika then sighs through parted lips. This is why I told you to go. Monika, I already said last night I'm staying. I promised that. My words get stuck in my throat. I desperately want to get her away from here, but I can't help but feel that I'd be coming off as forceful. In a twisted way, that Asuka was right about one thing. I don't have a fucking clue what I'd be doing if things went sideways. Despite how optimistic I want to be, I'm petrified for what the worst puzzle outcome could be. I take a moment to collect myself. I raise my hands and gently wipe Monika's tears with my thumbs. Let's get out of here. I speak with a soft, slightly weary smile. I'd like that. She beams as she gently pulls my hands down from her rosy cheeks. I then pick my bag up again before heading out with Monika. Once we're outside, Monika shuts the door as quietly as possible whilst I trail off towards the road. It doesn't take her long to come back. She takes my hand, and we then begin the rather lengthy walk back to mine. It's a silent walk back, but not because of any tangible awkwardness. We just walk along, letting the gentle breeze surround us. But at the same time, I can't help but think back to what lurks behind her door. He's away from him for now, but it's only temporary. Exactly, it's only temporary, guys. It's only temporary. It's not permanent. It's not permanent, guys. But let's continue this episode for a little bit longer. It takes the pair of us slightly longer to walk back to mine than it took me on my own yesterday. I figured we were subconsciously taking it slower, maybe to savor the moment, but eventually we returned to the familiar view of mine and Sirius Street. As we come up to my home, I debate internally whether Mom would be back yet. I don't exactly remember whether or not she said she'd be staying over or not. To make sure, I try to open the door. As part of me predicted, it's locked. Remembered your keys, right? Yeah, of course. At least I hope I have. I start petting over in my pockets, and Monika comes up beside me. Want me to check your bag, hon? You don't mind? Of course not. I pass Monika the bag with my stuff in it, and she almost instantly starts to rifle through it. After another few searches through my pockets, I come to the realization that my keys aren't there. I turn to Monika with a sigh. As I do though, the sound of jingling keys catches my attention. Found them! She passes them to me and I unlock the door. Thanks, hun. I smile sheepishly, a faint pinkish coat pinning itself on my cheeks. To be fair, it could have been worse. I could have left the keys at her place and we'd have to backtrack. Not that I mind walking with her, but my legs can only take so much. The pair of us head in. As soon as we're inside, I head straight for the living room. Monika did ask where my bathroom was, and obviously I let her know when she went up. It didn't take her too long to come back down. So what guys I need before we start that song? I mean, I already had mine. You did, yeah. I could whip you up something real quick. If you like that, of course. Monika ponders for a moment. Don't worry, I'm not gonna poison you. I chuckle a little bit. I never said you were, but now that you mention it, I'm a little concerned. The pair share a hearty laugh. Anyways, any preferences? Well, since vegetarian meat's out of the question, now that she mentions it, I don't think we've got any bacon in. So even if she did eat meat, it'd be out of the question anyways. You wouldn't have any eggs, would you? I'm not entirely sure, but I'll go check. I quickly rush to the kitchen to search for any eggs. Thankfully, Monika, there's 2 eggs. I call out to her. Hey, Moni, how'd you like your eggs? Poached, please. She responds in her usual sweet tone. I'll get right on it. I then grumbled to myself. If I don't completely screw it up, that is. You're gonna screw it up. You're gonna. As I wait for Austin to finish cooking my breakfast, my phone vibrates. My heart stops for a moment. In the best case scenario, it's one of my friends or Mom. But the worst case scenario, I take a deep breath and bring the screen to my face. Almost immediately, I breathe a sigh of relief. It's just Kotanaha. I enter my pin and read her message. Hey, remembered you said Austin was staying over. How did it go? To be completely honest, I forgot I even mentioned it to her in Kaho. Feeling relaxed again, I respond. Hey, yeah, last time went pretty well. It doesn't take her long to text again. I bet I wasn't too happy about it, though. In my relaxation ends, I sigh. He's been annoyed with me since we started dating. Hell, even long before we even met, he's always been annoyed with me. But I go being vague and half true about what's happening. I swear, it's gonna be the death of me. Literally. I'm not joking. It takes Kotanaha a little longer than usual to text back. I'm not gonna pressure you, but if you want to talk about it, you know where to find me. Once again, I sigh and think about how to respond. Just let her help, Monika. You can trust her. Before I can reply, I jump as Austin calls me into the kitchen. It's ready, hon. Coming. I'm going to type out a reply, but my mind goes blank. After a moment, I put my phone on the sofa and head into the kitchen. Wow. As I finish laying out Monika's eggs, I take a moment to survey my work. I've now poached eggs for a good while now, so I'm genuinely surprised that I didn't botch it. Something smells nice. Monika enters the room and her face is brimmed with excitement. Ah, so I didn't delude myself after all. I took as I moved the plate from the counter onto the table. Lawson, I get you're only joking, but could you please stop degrading yourself every 5 minutes? My hands temporarily freeze before I rest them on the table. Degrading myself? I know it can be a little hard on myself sometimes, but ouch. Is it really that bad? Maybe degrading was too strong a word to use. Jeez, you think? It is kind of sad to whenever I hear you putting yourself down, even before we really knew each other like we do now. I breathe in as I think over what she just said. I mean, I can try to do it less if that helps. Like, I can't promise anything, but I'll at least try. That's all I'm asking you to do. She smiles gently as she moves to sit at the table. It doesn't take her too long to start eating, and by the look of it, Monika seems to be enjoying herself. These are so good. If you don't mind me asking, how often do you cook? I'm gonna be honest, not too often. Monika seems shocked. Like, whenever I do, it's usually just either frozen foods, microwave meals, and instant ramen. But if you genuinely like my cooking, I might have to do it more. Well, I'd certainly like to see it. Monika continues eating, and in no time at all, she eventually finishes up. I take care of her plate, rinsing it off and leaving it to soak in the sink. Then gently take Monika by the hand and lead her upstairs. I flick the light on and lead Monika in. Monika looks around for a moment. I chuckle slightly. Yeah, it doesn't look like much. No, so you don't have to apologize. For me, it's not how much you have that defines the quality of the work. It's what you do with it. I was just gonna say that. Glad we're on the same page. I would say if I get lucky one day, I'd love to get some more stuff. Let's say I already got really lucky. Without thinking, wink at Monika, causing her to blush. So with the amount of times either of us have blushed, we must have extra blood deposits just for our cheeks. Okay, I usually roll my eyes at how cheesy that was, but it's kind of droll when it comes from you. Like, it's still cheesy, don't get me wrong. Roll because something seems cheesy doesn't mean there's anything wrong with it. Anyways, on to the music now. I end up giving Monika a rather abridged rundown of how the software works. I did have to pause a few times to check if I was making sense. Thankfully, I seem to do so. Either that or Monika's being overly kind. After my tutorial, I pulled the drawer but underneath the computer monitor. I rubbed my fingers across the plastic keys and then turned to face Monika. I remember you mentioning you used to play piano. Yeah, I did, to be completely honest. It's been a few years since I've even touched piano. I know it's a dumb question, but do you remember any of the songs you played back when you did? Monika thinks to herself for a moment. There's one song that I kinda remember. It's when I wrote myself, actually. Monika was already a keeper, but damn, I'm impressed. Before I can vocalize how proud I am, Monika scoots herself over so that she's in front of the computer. She takes a deep breath and closes her eyes as she rests her finger on the keys. I think it went a little something like this. She starts off a little slow, but she's quickly able to start playing confidently. Anyway, it's like she never stopped playing. It's pretty remarkable, actually. Guys, if you know this theme, it is from the original DDLC, one of the themes. Those of you who watched the original playthrough will know that this is from, I believe, the ending of the game theme. It's so good, oh my god, so good. The melody of the piece, while simple in concept, carries the piece along nicely. And much like a cupcake or a piece of chocolate, it's infectiously sweet. Hell, I even find myself humming along. Eventually, though, she finishes up. She exhales and relaxes her hands, running them down her legs until they remain still on her knees. Suddenly, Monika giggles nervously. Sorry if I sound a little rusty. Rusty? Monika, that was great. You think so? I simply nod in response. In fact, how much Monika to scoot over. She complies and I start to load up a project that I have been struggling to get started for a few months. After hearing Monika, I think I found the key to making progress. I've had these quotes for a little while now, but I've never been able to find a melody that, suit. I move away from the computer, gently grabbing hold of the sea of Monika's chair and repositioning her. You want me to write a melody from scratch? Monika's enough surprise and then breaks, turning into a seeming worry. I don't know, it's probably gonna sound like a complete mess. Monika, I think Monika's handed my own like many times before. She looks towards me, that seeming worry now becoming much more apparent. Look, I know it might feel like a lot to ask, but I know that you're more than capable of doing it. Even though you've only just seen me play and I can barely hold a rhythm, her rhythm seems spot on to me. I think about how to respond. It only takes a moment for something to come to mind. I place a hand on her knee. You know he asked me to stop trying to be so hard on myself? Yeah, judging by our tone, I can already tell what I'm going to say. I want to ask you to do the same. Look, I'm not forcing you to stop. I'm just asking you to try. With that last part, I give Monika's look a gentle squeeze. She blushes ever so slightly, she looks away. For a brief moment, she focuses back onto me. I'll try, hon. Like you said to me, that's all I'm asking. I then remove my hand from her knee, allowing her to make herself comfortable as she recomposes herself. We start by looping the chords in order to get a general idea for the flow of the piece. After a bit, Monika looks at the makeshift key scale that I had placed in the project and presumably to paint an idea of the melody in her head. It doesn't take her long to get started. She plays with one hand, tapping her foot against the ground to keep time. For someone so doubtful of her skills, she's doing great. I mean, that could be my boyfriend Bias kicking in, but I doubt it. Once again, she closes her eyes to focus. Her inner instincts guide her fingers as they practically glide across the keys. As with last time, Monika eventually stops and looks back towards me. Bruh. That sounded so good. Unlike last time, though, Monika's confidence shines through her smile. How was that? That was great. I didn't look at the clock. It's only just gone 12. We got plenty of time. I smirk at Monika. Say, would you want to keep working on this for a bit? Rumbling just came from the ceiling from nowhere. I think that's a dishwasher or something, but I just heard random rumbling from the ceiling. Oh well, I think I've got this enough to ask what her answer will be, but it wouldn't hurt to ask. You know, I'd love to. Hold it. Alright, let's get started. And guys, I would hate to end it here, but I want to keep you guys in a bit of suspense. Okay, no, I'll go through this. What I initially started as a project I could have easily forgotten about for months had begun to take shape into something far more special. It wasn't just my song with their notes. No, it was our song. Man, okay, that's a good note to end it off on. Thank you guys for watching this episode of Doki Doki Within. That's gonna be it for this episode of the mod. Hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to leave a like down below if you enjoyed. Click that subscribe if you're new to welcome to the channel. If you want more Doki Doki, if you want more gaming, whatever you guys want. Generally gaming usually. Subscribe down below. And be sure to click that bell, turn on post notifications by clicking on all so that you're notified whenever I post videos and it's on my content. Thank you for watching. Also another episode on the series if you guys want it. Again, I'll put up a community poll for you guys to answer if you want me to continue it. Probably gonna be putting it up before this video, so you'll probably see it before this video is up. But thank you guys for supporting the series. I really appreciate it. It's been a fun series to make so far. But I guess I'll see you guys either in the next episode of the series, or if the series is over. It was fun to make, and this is truly great mod. And just this mod is truly so good. I know you guys are probably gonna say yes to this mod probably isn't ending, because I know you guys are probably gonna say yes, and this mod probably isn't gonna be over yet. But in case it is, this mod's been so good to play. It's a really good mod, and I highly recommend to any of you looking for a good mod to play based off the DLC. Either way, I'll see you guys in another video on the channel, possibly, and maybe the next episode in the series. As we continue hanging out with Monica and seeing how the song goes, I'll see you guys next time, though. Peace out.